Hello, my name is Robyn. I'm a Storey and I'm going to tell you a story.
How you changed taking photos on your trips, your travels. You took photos on your travels and you turned that into a passive income.
Yeah, it's actually the most passive of anything that we've ever run into because...
Well, hopefully people are going to like and subscribe and we're going to have more passive income. Yeah. Everybody, don't forget, you've got to over here. No, hang on, it's over here. You've got to push the subscribe button down there.
So, you've got lots of work right at the beginning. You've got to take the photo, get a good photo, edit it, trim it, highlight any parts of it that need highlighting, remove any words that might be construed as advertising. So you do your editing. And once you upload it, you've got to find keywords and things. But once that's done and it's uploaded, you don't touch it again. And you can sell that photo next week or 3 years down the track. And there's no more work involved.
And you just put it onto a stock footage website, or how does that work?
Yeah, it's just on a stock website and away it goes.
You've got your own website. It's Robyn and Graham Storey. Yeah, RAGS. Who is rags.com, yeah? And you've got all your photos there. You've got links to go if people want to buy your pretty things.
Photos, you don't know what's going to sell and what's not. It's quite surprising sometimes. Our best seller was your father's hands.
He's a sexy hand model.
Yes, he is. He was doing some fencing.
Rugged man hands, yeah?
Yeah, rugged man hands. And we got about $22 for that one photo. Yeah, most of them it's 25 cents.
That's the most money you've got. Which one of your photos has sold the most?
Some of them have sold about 5 so far. Animals are the most popular, but interesting ones. One of the most popular is some umbrellas in Thailand.
Oh, yeah.
Or some roofline in England. It's quite amazing, but really it's the animal ones that seem to sell the most.
Get them on t-shirts in China and walk around with them on.
I imagine most of them are used for websites.
Backgrounds and postcards.
Or
you could be traveling around the world one day and you'll pick up a postcard and say, that's my photo on there.
Yes, you never know. So it's not a big income earner for us, but it's a constant in the background, no energy involved, ongoing income.
How often do you upload new photos?
I haven't done any for about 3 months, and we're still
Well, get out the backyard. You've got lots of... Give Dad the camera and tell him to go down and take photos of the kawai tree and the guava tree and the chickens in the coop, and go and take some photos, and then you can tell him that it's not good, or go and do it again.
Well, one of our best sellers is actually a wood pigeon, a kiraroo, sitting just outside the window in the kawai tree he was talking about yesterday. That one has sold quite well. We took it a couple of years ago now.
Lots of native birds that are only in New Zealand.
Fantails are very hard to get. They're so quick. And the tuis, you hear them singing, but they're so hard to see. They like to hide. I haven't got any good close-up with it.
It's like lightning. By the time you've heard it, it's already gone. Yeah. So, I've got lots of photos of New Zealand. Unfortunately, they're on Facebook and they're very small. You need to have a certain quality, don't you? A
Oh,
size,
definitely. Definitely. You've got to have quite a big size and top quality. Top quality photos, I get more rejected than I do accepted.
When you started out, you had to buy yourself a nice new camera, or you had one, or how did that work?
You have a brother who happened to have a camera he didn't know how to work, so he tossed it at me and said, there you are, Mum. I don't know how to use it too. I'm fumbling through, but it does take good photos. It's called a steep learning curve here, boy.
Editing the photos in all of the Lightroom and Adobe Photoshop and all that stuff.
Steep learning curve.
You got to learn that.
But it just goes to show I'm selling photos and I'm still bumbling along, and I'm not a good photographer and I'm not a good editor. I'm learning, but I'm still managing to sell photos. So sometimes
that sounds like some fellas I know who've got a YouTube channel. They've just started off and they're filming things with their cameras and they're telling things, they're bumbling around and we don't know. Hashtag Story Stories. Like and subscribe. You've got to like over here and subscribe over here. There we go. Write something down in the comments.
I was taking photos years ago. I finally did start looking about getting them online to sell. I discovered that all of my early photos were much too small to start with. We've got better cameras now and the quality is acceptable for the online stock market. And photography is so mobile and it is genuinely passive. With photography, with the stock photos, once you've got them online, the income just keeps coming in. In our case, it's only a tiny income at the moment, but it's every month. There's some money there.
The photos that you took 6 months ago sold this month.
Yeah. And some of the photos that we sold this month might have been taken and uploaded 3 years ago. It's just what somebody wants. When they want it, they go on and they find the photo that they want or as close to their vision as they can find, and that's what they want. Shutterstock is one that most people know. It's the one that you get the most sales on. Well, you take a series of photos, you decide which ones have the right sort of layout to be attractive, ones that catch your eye and things, and you edit them and get them all beautiful, and you upload them onto the site, and you put in a whole lot of keywords so people can find them. What they're looking for. For example, they might want a coastal photo or an animal, and there's different areas that you put them in. Every month, an email that comes out telling you what's selling and that sort of thing. I do look through it, but I am limiting myself by where we are. We feel that animals we're good at, and because we're traveling or have been traveling, we do a lot of travel photos. We've got an eye for selling them, but that's what we're taking photos of. We're not going out of our way to set things up to take photos. Our photos that we take as we travel of the animals we're looking after, and we upload the good ones of those. Somebody else might appreciate them as much as we do. The bigger animals that people don't see quite so often. So animals that we're quite familiar with that other people today aren't perhaps, are really proving to be a good market for us. The majority of our sales recently have been cattle because they're obviously very popular and there's not so many people have the access to them. And I was talking about editing photos and then uploading them. Then once you've got them uploaded with all the keywords, then they get checked. And they'll either get accepted or rejected. So you have to get a certain quality. Now, if you want to do this for an income, for a sole income, you would need to have a mass of photos of a good quality. For example, we've got roughly 2,000 photos online, about $5 a month. You would need to have a lot more photos than we do. And you would have to have the quality. Probably ours, the early ones, weren't quite as good as the ones we're getting to now because we're learning as we go. When you're starting, perhaps you have a few flukes. One of your father's photos that he took first off really early on sold quite well. It was just a tractor sitting in some snow. It was a neat photo, but some reason people needed a photo of a tractor sitting in some snow, and it sold really well. But I think the size of the photo affects how much they have to pay for it, and potentially what they're using it for, because I've heard that if a photo is used on a magazine cover, it is a real big seller.
So you want something that'll go on National Geographic?
Exactly. I heard of one photo the lady made amazing amount with a National Geographic cover, because not only does that photo sell to the National Geographic or a similar magazine, but other people want copies of it then too, so it becomes quite a marketable product. Ongoing thing, and we're still learning, but it is a source of income. Photography than me, good at editing, keen, dedicated, got lots of time to upload them and get them all up there and get the thousands of photos they need. Yeah, there's potentially income in there.
Abstract photos, animal photos, artistic photos, background texture photos, beauty and fashion photos, buildings, landmarks, business, finance, celebrity photos, editorial, education, food and drink, medical photos, holiday photos, clip art illustrations, industrial, interior, miscellaneous nature, objects, parks, people, religion, science, signs and symbols, sports, technology photos, transportation photos, vector, vintage, and I don't know what vector photos are. What do you think a vector photo is?
I don't know. I just
an arrow on it.
Most of ours are animals or nature.
They look like they're all coronavirus pictures and pictures of masks.
Probably at the moment. It's very current.
Amoebas and hearts and little wash your hand logos and things like that. It's what people want. Thank you for watching our stories. If you look down below, there's lots of other stories that you can watch. We've got some very interesting ones. And some of them, there's I think we've got a competition. If you write down below in the comments, you can win stuff.